close friends that just are, you know, are Republicans while you're a Democrat, or are Presbyterians while you're a Christian, those heathens, or, you know, because, you know, if you're not following their path, you know, you're fucked, basically. Christian coalition, well, you don't believe we'll win your vote. Yeah, we don't sense. So basically, that's what we're going to do. We're going to deal with some issues. We're going to talk. We're going to have a good time, and that's what my job is. Because there's bad news and good news in the country. The bad news is there's a lot of morons in society. The good news is there's a lot of morons in society, and I'm a comedian. So we're going to have fun with those morons. One of the biggest morons I think I have to say is certainly one of them has to be Trent Lott. This guy's supposed to be, he's one of the leaders of our country. He's the Senate Majority Leader, Trent Lott. He believes he's a smart man. And on some issues, I've heard him speak, and I think he's smart. But then he comes out and he says shit like, you know, homosexuality is akin to being an alcoholic. Like you can basically change your whole behavior with a 12-step program. You know, I'm thinking, what, step number 1, take your cock out of his ass. You know, that would be... You know, how does a meeting go? Hi, my name's Bruce, and I'm a cockaholic. It all started when I got the thirds to decorate, you know. It's not going to happen that way. And see, I don't understand the gay bashing movement. I love everybody. I don't care whether you're black, whether you're white. I don't care if you paint yourself pink and run through the forest naked. I don't care if you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim. Be gay if you're gay. Be gay. And don't be afraid to be gay. Just be gay. I'm gay. You know, I'm so gay. In the Olympics, I competed at the Olympic Flames. That's how gay I am. Be gay. If you're gay, just don't shove it down my throat, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. I don't understand the anti-gay movement. You know, these people going, keep the bags away from me, the bags! Keep away from me. You know, what are you worried about? He's not going to do your redneck butt anyway. Whether you are gay or straight, he's not doing you. You're ugly. The man's gay, not desperate. You know? So I don't understand why, I mean, who are we to judge anybody else's love? It may not be something we dig, it may not be something we participate in, but who are we to judge that, right? Do what you want to do and be who you want to be, and it doesn't matter. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about issues. And the reason why I did say that, get your cock out of his ass, to let you know that we are politically incorrect here. We're going to have fun. We're going to be flamboyant. We're going to get a little vulgar every now and then. We're just going to have an open forum and have a good time. And that's it. And hopefully we'll get on a cable channel before we can do that openly. And with love, because that's our job here. But feel free to participate and have fun. We're going to bring up a panel right now. We're going to deal with some issues. We're just going to get up here and talk. And we're going to try and do it. They're funny people, so hopefully they're funny when they get back up. We get up here and we start talking about shit that's not supposed to be funny. Because sometimes that happens. What about Jerry Falwell? Jerry Falwell. Now, the GOP, how many Republicans do we have in the House? By show of hands, since I can see you all. Republicans, you here? No? How many Democrats? Come on, folks. There is one person willing, a woman, and she has balls, and she's ready to participate. I mean balls in a metaphorical sense. It's a metaphor, not a... Thanks for getting that, because I said metaphor in Louisville, Kentucky. They were like, what the hell is a metaphor? I don't know, I think it's something like a hyperbole. Good, you're following along. That's very clever. Okay. Because we'll deal with Jerry Falwell. Jerry Falwell, I mean, the GOP, they're in trouble. They're aligning themselves with people like Jerry Falwell. This guy, nobody believes what he says about people. So now he's got to pick on cartoon characters or stuffed animal characters. Tinky Winky's gay. And I took that personally. I'm a 6-year-old boy, and he loves Tinky Winky. He has a Tinky Winky. And Tinky Winky's purple, and he's got a Tinky Winky, and he has been listening to Bette Midler CDs lately. So I'm a little... I'd have rubbed off on my little sister. She now wants a butch haircut and she's wearing flannel. So you never know. But Tinky, I mean, I had to buy Tinky Winky for my 6-year-old kid. I went down to the Toys R Us. Toys R Us is open until 11 o'clock down in L.A. That's where I live in Los Angeles. That's a Spanish word. It means drive-by shooting. Come down to visit. But I went down and I called in advance to let, because I know they were selling out of Tinky Winky's fast. I said, yeah, I need a Tinky Winky. I'm going to come down. Do you have any Tinky Winkies left? Well, we have one Tinky Winky left. I was like, well, hold that Tinky Winky for me. And they were like, okay, we'll hold the Tinky. 82 will be holding the Tinky Winky. So I get there, and I'm not even thinking of how goofy this is. I get there, and there's a whole bunch of people. They go, can I help you, sir? And I'm like in the back of these bunch of people who are returning shit, and I go, and they go, can I help you? Yeah, Asia's supposed to be holding my tinky winky. And people looked, and just waiting for some girl to be all fat. Slut Asia, she's always holding somebody's tinky winky, you know. But Tinky Winky's gay because Tinky Winky's purple, according to Jerry Falwell. And I'm thinking, well, might have something there, because Barney's purple. He's always asking the kids to play pretend and stroke his tail. So there might be something. And I think, you know, they did ask Tinky Winky what his opinion was on that, and he said, I think it's a conspiracy. So there might be, as he came out of the stall with George Michael. So there may be some connection there. So we're going to have fun with this. Are you ready to have a good time? Let's introduce the panel. Tonight we have a panel of very interesting guests. I think you're going to enjoy this. And folks, my name's Jerry. You'll get to meet all the guys. If you want to participate, just participate. Have a good time. Look, there's nobody here. Drink, get loaded, and have a good time. We'll have a blast. I think it'll be a good time, don't you? Do you feel good? Do you feel there's love in the room? Oh, it's a Kodak moment. Flash me. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up, our first panel guest, he's a comedian. He works right here in Seattle. Has been doing comedy a long time, for anywhere between 2 and 2,000 people. So I think he'll fit in here just perfectly. Wouldn't we be more comfortable in a jacuzzi together? Please help me welcome to the stage right now, Mr. Cliff Barnes. Cliff! Cliff, where are you, Cliff? There he is, Cliff! Have a seat, Cliff, wherever you want. Hog the mic. Well, we're kind of short on mics here, so we'll just put it in. We'll pretend it's a panel discussion on C-SPAN. That was funny. Ladies and gentlemen, see, you're warming up. I feel there's warmth now. Okay, we're ready to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, he's a funny man. Funny writer, and he's the past winner of the Seattle and the San Francisco comedy competitions back to back. I think he's the only comic that has ever done that. I think he has opened for President Clinton at the Paramount Theater, back when it was cool. From Kent, Washington, please help me welcome Mr. David Crowe, ladies and gentlemen. David! Man, a star, ladies and gentlemen. Very funny. Ladies and gentlemen, our next panel guest hosts her own radio show on the KIRO radio, AM radio, which is still very hip. It is. Have you rented where I rent cars? That's all you get. Every time I drive through Washington, it's rent a wreck and Amy. Yeah, all right. She also hosts an internet show on the internet and at Talkspot.com. That's Talkspot.com. You don't, and if you have the Explorer 4, you don't have to put www. Okay? Please help me welcome to the stage right now Miss Amy Alpine, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Alpine. And I'm going to be on Talkspot.com this Sunday, so it'll be fun. So tune in on what's it called? What's it? What software do you have to have? Real audio? I have real audio. Okay, that'll work. Ladies and gentlemen, now, we have 4 comedians up here on stage. Let's bring on somebody that's a little bit different in comedy. Coming in right now is a world-famous sex surrogate. This is true, ladies and gentlemen. You get to hear... When are you on the show, Rain? On Andy Savage show? Tomorrow. Tomorrow morning she'll be on the show, and it's going to be very interesting. Please help me welcome to the stage right now Miss Rain Winters. Big hand for Rain Winters. She's from Los Angeles too. Okay. So let's get started on our discussion. We have several issues we're going to talk about. One of the issues we were going to talk about, I don't want to start with the most boring issue up front. Yes?
I think we should talk about sex surrogate.
I think so too. Now, explain this to us, Rain. What is the difference between a sex surrogate and a sex therapist?
The difference is a sex therapist can talk about it, and what I do is physically hands-on. What's the difference between, no offense intended, a difference is exactly like our topic tonight. It's the difference between medical marijuana and just smoking it to get high. I am prescribed by a doctor. So I basically... I'm a prescription. You take it internally.
Oh, she brings her own
What?
Why do you have a question?
Do you have a list of those doctors?
They're in LA. It's not legal here in the state of Washington. It's only legal in about 4 states. It's not Washington. It's California, Nevada, New York, and Arizona.
And this is going to warm her up for the show tomorrow. Well, because she's going to get these hard answers from questions from Andy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Andy, he's
Do you teach women, too?
I teach women, I teach men, I teach couples.
Wow.
This couple is partner therapy.
Wow.
No, I don't do groups. Yeah. I have seen people who do. There was something on the news the other night where a lady was talking, and there were like 5 people in bed, and they were each kissing and doing their thing, and she was walking around like the teacher and scoring them and helping them, and that was a little too.
I don't quite get it. You show
What to say, what to speak.
Okay. Take off your clothes. Shocked him, didn't it?
The reason we're losing our hair is, they say medically, it's excessive testosterone. So, all these guys with hair, they may look good, but they ain't, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why. I think it's because we're bald. Yeah, that's why.
You know, nowadays when guys go bald, they shave their heads.
Yeah.
You know, guys are complaining, oh, I'm going to shave my head, my feet. You know, a woman has to shave, what, 2 legs, 2 armpits, our ass, half our muff, and our mustache, so... You know, so shut up.
I have to pay $4.99 a minute to hear talk like this. I'm getting it free tonight. Now you know why I've done the show.
All I'm going to say is Kent is a long way from L.A. apparently. We have mechanics in Kent. We don't get these sexual surgeries.
They don't even teach it. You're leaking oil.
Really, they lie to you, in fact. I had a mechanic tell me I needed $800 worth of brake work because my brake light was on. The next guy put a can of brake fluid in and said my brakes were fine. $800 the guy was going to rip me off for.
You see how quickly we go from topic to
I'm
topic?
sorry.
Taking part of the mop to brake job.
And muffler. There you go.
Mop to muffler, no pun intended. See a little wordplay. You with us?
I intended a pun earlier, but it was nowhere close, and I'll leave that. I forget what it was.
I think we exhausted that topic.
That's right. I want to address the topic of medical marijuana.
Medical marijuana. Let's address the topic of medical marijuana. That was the topic I was going into.
Here's my opinion, and it's not medical, but I think that, remember when Mexico owed us like $10 million and they couldn't pay us, and we just said, oh, okay, we forgive you. We should have foreclosed. I mean, Mexico should be like our next state. It should be Mexico, USA, and as Nevada was our gambling state, Mexico should be our smoking state. And people should be allowed to smoke marijuana, but only in Mexico, USA.
Well, what do we do with all those chiclets?
What chiclet?
Have you ever been to Mexico? Hey, somebody got that. You guys are scared of me. Is that a racist joke? Well, those little chiclets you're talking about?
But see, then we can make money.
Just put them in a bigger pack.
I guess you would.
Go take the box.
I think everybody moved to Mexico and we like clear
How
out.
many people think marijuana should be legalized? It should be a majority since it's passed. Now, how many people think marijuana should be legalized for medicinal purposes?
Jeff?
No, yeah, that's what the first question is, how many people should be legalized? And everybody, hey, yeah! And I said, just for medicinal, then a couple do. I got glaucoma.
And then stoner tell me, I have seizures. Yeah, because you're smoking too much pot, asshole.
Well, if they're doing a good orgasm, we're supposed to have seizures, aren't they, doctor?
No, but actually one time during a session, this is a true story.
All right, here we go.
Back to the sex area, sorry about that. But, the guy had a heart attack and died.
During one of your sessions?
Yes, and I no, I thought he was having an orgasm. I was like, oh yeah, cool, this guy's doing great. And then he turned around, grabbed his chest, and keeled over dead.
I am the queen of sex. Fucking there, wheezing.
He died a happy man. I cashed his check, I'll tell you that.
When you go in a room.
There was a big smile on his face. I get $2,000 a session.
Oh, fuck.
The
Wow.
room goes quiet. Everybody's checking their wallet.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's the difference between
Put up my
a
master card.
surgeon and a hooker.
But you know, if you have an HM hoe, they might cover it. But I'm fun. 7 years. You know.
That's involvement.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you we'd have to talk about sex sometime along the evening and get people involved? And thanks for sending me up.
I was working for a sex therapist as his intern. I was working under him, so to speak. But he had a client that had been to him like a billion times, was always, he was a sex therapist. And the guy was like over the age of 30, had been living with his mother, he was still a virgin. And he'd come in every week and he'd talk to the doctor and nothing was being done about it. He was too shy to go to a prostitute, there was nothing. So, the guy asked me if I would break him in and he would pay me under the umbrella of the doctor, which made me a surrogate. So I did, and I got a Christmas card from that guy. This year, he's married, he's got 2 kids. It changed his life, and so that's why I thought I could be a therapist and just talk like everybody else, but this was something really immediate, and it changed his life, and so...
For a time, it must have been immediate.
Yeah. Well, but then he was able to go out and talk to women and relate to women. He felt more studly. He felt more confident. And sexual confidence is a turn on. And
Now, when you're doing this, Randy, a lot of times you work with men, because I understand from the literature I read, and I was sharing this with Amy earlier, that, because as soon as I found out you were going to be on the show, I got on the internet and did some research at www.teenagetitfreaks.com. And I learned that, is there an actual site? This guy's writing it down. I gotta check that out. Teenage Tit Freaks. And I learned that actually with sexual services that 90% of women, with 90% of women, sex is a compromise. Have you heard that?
Well, I would tell you that 85% of women fake it just to get it over with. Yeah.
Nice. See, you got the 12 monkeys goatee going on there. That's really affecting your manhood right now, isn't it? You're like, wait a second. Not me. They don't make it with me, baby.
Well, guys always think that. They always think, but if you ask women, really, it was a high percentage. It was like 85% of women fake it. Just to get it over with, yeah. Because they're like looking at their watch going, okay, anytime you're done.
All the time or just...
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. I've talked to women all across the country because I go on radio shows.
There are 10 guys in here.
They've been making it for 10 years.
So I think this is just another example, though, of how women are always just asking and give me, please, I need, please. Men never ask a woman to give them an orgasm. If men want one, they go get it. But women are always just, oh, you have to give it to me. You haven't given me one. You give it one.
Get it yourself. But then she pulls out the giant dildo and pushes him off, and he's like, oh my God, he's intimidated.
That's fine. We don't fake it.
Let us watch. Hey, guys.
You'll know if a woman's faking. You could actually know if a woman's faking, honestly, because if she's not faking...
Put your finger in her ass. You'll know.
Well, but if she's not faking, yeah, she'll contract. You'll feel her contract, and she'll get wet. You'll feel it. But if she's faking, all you'll hear is a bunch of noise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, then I'm safe.
I've been reading your book.
All right. Okay,
Put a little balloon in there when the
Is
balloon
that the-
pops out.
okay, thanks for qualifying.
She's done.
It's cool.
Is that my book, Women Are From Earth and Men Are From Uranus?
Yeah. That's right. Because I understand women, because I did read that book. Men are from Mars, women are from the mall. Pretty much is. Turns out Venus is a 40% off sale. Who knew? So okay, so we've pretty much that. Any other questions for on the sex surrogacy?
I have one.
Yeah.
You ever get like,
You
you ever get a student who comes who's like this enormous guy with yeast in his wrinkles and all that kind of stuff, and you just can't deal with him, and you have to say no?
No, I have right of first refusal. I mean, if I walk in and the elephant man's sitting there with a bag over his head going, I am not an animal, you know, I have the right.
Unknown comic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn
No,
down
I've
the
never
elephant
really
man.
refused anybody yet, but I mean, if they're obese or they smell or they have green teeth or whatever, I have the right to say, I don't think so, I'll refer you to someone else. Yeah, I have the right of first refusal.
Okay.
No.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you fake it?
Do I take it? Sometimes.
Okay. 85%.
With your students?
Yeah, because I want them to feel good about themselves, just like a woman wants a man to feel good about it. And that's why she fakes it, to boost his ego, to make him feel good. Absolutely. And if that's, making him feel good, I'll fake it, you betcha.
Guys, what do you think of that? What do you think?
What do you
Should
think?
we do it right now?
You guys.
What, fake it? I just did.
Does it remind you of anything?
Drive yourself?
No? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the question?
I'm with him.
Oh.
What does it look like when you fake it?
Look at his hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're making $2,000 a session, what are you doing?
I'm having some fun.
How much are you making tonight?
Tonight I'm not being paid. I came up here to do Andy's show tomorrow morning, and I sell videos because it's not legal here in the state.
You haven't heard her on the radio?
I was here a couple of weeks ago, and I sell videos basically
These guys
when I'm not.
listen to how to-
KNDG, the end, 107.7,
Tomorrow morning.
FM dial. Andy Savage in the morning, ladies and
Yeah, 8 to
gentlemen.
9.
8 to 9, Rain will be on tomorrow morning and Friday morning as well.
Right.
And she will be appearing here tomorrow night and Friday night because she is a comedian as well.
Right. They bill me. I'm a sex surrogate / stand-up comedian. So they bill me as fucking funny. I do one standing up. I do one laying down.
Are you on the tape? Is it you?
No, it's not me. I'm very camera shy. It's my techniques, though. Those are my, yeah.
Because I have one of those tapes.
Well, we hired Sandra Margot. She's a porn star, and she's she's beautiful. She's got the big fake boobs and the whole, thing. So, yeah.
Yes. Are you going to bring him to the show tonight?
If you like.
Yeah, bring him to the show, we'll sell him.
Okay.
Guys, come back tomorrow. I mean, see, what the thing is if 90% of guys out there, another huge percentage, say 85 to 90% of guys don't think they can learn anything in sex.
Or they think they know
Right, but if
everything.
85 to 90% of the chicks are faking it, guys, there's some work to do. Right?
I get guys.
Guys are sitting there, no, ain't no work to do.
I get guys that tell me, oh, I'm a stud. I get guys saying they're studs.
Hey, a lot of guys
I
are
think-
faking it too.
I think
Yeah. Well, there's an epidemic.
Yeah, they're taking Viagra.
I fake it that I enjoy the relationship the other 23 and a half hours a day. So.
Did we say this on tape?
On tape, yeah.
That's
Well, guys go that say, oh, I know everything. And then I'll ask them, do you know what a blended orgasm is? Do you know what this is? They'll go, no.
A blended orgasm.
Oh, yeah.
It's when you...
I prefer mine shaken.
Sex on the beach, right.
Sure, not shaking.
No, those are drinks. Sex on the beach, that's a drink. They should have those for women. They should have, serve me up one of those limp dicks, okay? Let's have one of those premature ejaculations, okay? Let's have a couple of those up here, I mean, they always have these screaming orgasms.
Go, baby, go.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Great drink.
Oh, a blended orgasm is when you put your thumb on the clitoris, you put your fingers up inside to the back of it, which is the G spot. You kind of form like a C,
Right.
and you work the front, which will excite her, and you'll work the inside, and you go back and forth, and then just as she's about to come, you blend them together, and you do both, and she'll just go off like a
I thought it was
volcano.
called Charlie Laporte.
No.
Be like Mount Rainier going off.
No. Actually,
That was fun.
Actually, it was a gang sign that was that way.
a lot
like
of
a
things.
six-pack of beer, all right? Just grab her like that.
You said you developed these techniques. Did you, how
Caveman.
what did you
I learned
learn?
through a lot of sex, and when I was young, I always asked, what was that, what you do? And the sex therapist, he taught me a lot, because I thought, well, I know everything, and then, wow, he gave me a blended orgasm for the first time and sent me to the moon, and I was like, whoa, what is that? So then I realized there was more to learn. Yeah, he taught me firsthand. Yeah. Left hand. Yeah, no, he was great, yeah.
Hey, when you do that, Amy, the audience takes a second because you just keep it so straight. And if it takes a while, oh!
Actually, I have a question.
Question.
Correct you. You said that you work with men.
Yeah.
And you said how to be better with women.
Uh-huh.
Right? You work with couples, and you said how to be better together.
With each other.
You work with women, and you said how to be what?
Women usually...
Good question.
Women usually come to me because they never had an orgasm and they don't think they can. They think there's something wrong with them. They think they don't have a G-spot. They don't know, and usually what I do is, it's not like I make love to them. I use a vibrator, a toy, to show them that they can orgasm, to show them the parts of their body that all they got to do. If a woman puts a vibrator on herself, she'll be done in like 5 minutes. I mean, you don't need 20 minutes of foreplay. She will be off in 5 minutes. And so I show them that they can get themselves off, and then once they can do that, then they can
I
learn.
can trust you for honesty.
Nobody cares.
I was looking at it like
Let's find out. I don't know.
Yeah, because women know right where to go, right what to touch. They know what turns them on. Yeah, and if they do themselves, they can be done like that.
I think I just learned why my wife likes jet skis so much. Back already, honey?
She comes in, she's smoking a cigarette.
She doesn't even squirrel around, she just goes straight out and right back.
Harley? I've heard women sit on washing machines.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
See, you know what?
Washing machines, electric toothbrushes. Shower.
3 times a day.
Shower, massage, everything.
Has all those things.
Oh, man. No, it's not the thing. Yeah, like those things you get in the store, back massage.
Yeah.
Who personal massager? Why is it shaped like a dick?
The tickle me elmo works too if you sit on it just right. You have to be quick though.
And they sold out.
Summer, and see, guys have the same kind of sensation, but when it starts to get good, then everything grows and shifts, and you lose the spot. You're like galloping along, hey, sure. Oh, damn it, I lost it.
Well, sometimes you hit the horn, too. And
Oh, yeah.
You didn't get it around to get the horse.
Oh, my.
It's an apple. Go chase it. Wow. We're never
You're
gonna,
saying that like under your breath. That's funny shit.
we're never gonna get to these other subjects.
Theoretically. Theoretically, there's like,
Started sex, really.
You can't really go
Yeah,
on.
anywhere else.
Let's
Shot
go
your
back.
blood right there.
no.
We didn't shoot our lot.
Wait 20 minutes, we'll be back.
I don't think it was you. I think it was the jet ski reference that really got me off.
Oh, yeah.
Go sit on the speaker.
Do that again.
No, actually.
That's part of the reason why those kids have those loud stereos in their cars these days. Is they can't get their chicks off until they turn on. Don't want no short dick men.
And if there's no one in the car, it just goes. This is great. You never ever see white guys doing beatbox with this.
Take it off your pants now!
Get down and get back up again.
We have twice the rhythm of you, my friend. You are the most arrhythmic black guy I know. It's like,
Yeah, but I don't open my mouth and let anybody know. Say out this thing, oh, he is so cool. He don't dance, he don't do nothing, he is so cool.
He is too cool. He just sits there. That's right. White people ain't got no rhythm.
No, no.
And you just sit there. That's
And I go, hey, and they go, are you want to dance? I go, no, but there's two white guys doing beatbox. And then they... Takes a lot from me.
Oh, fuck medical marijuana, I guess, son. But never gonna get off that.
That's the thing, it's their job, nobody is interested in any of
And then
Nobody's interested in getting high and just getting the munchies. We're all getting boners and ready to go home with our...
once you mention multiple orgasms, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think the mix...
The blended.
The blended,
Woman in the White House we could go to right after the sex.
Let's go to it.
Yeah.
Go to a woman in the White House. There would be a reason to have a woman in the White House if she was given blended orgasms. Let me tell you, we wouldn't have to worry about Slobodan Milosevic. She'd just go over and go, okay, Slobodan. Okay, stop the war! Stop the war!
That works for men
I
too.
know, you didn't the whole
That can't
There's a different technique. There's a different technique for men. It's called a male multiple.
Slogan, touch my Kosovo.
A male multiple.
A
A male multiple orgasm.
male multiple orgasm.
Yes!
bullshit.
No, wait, men can probably have multiple orgasms.
You have one, but the next 4 are in your sleep.
Yeah, I don't have multiple orgasms, but I'm a carrier.
But there's a
So,
technique.
You know what? I heard about this one. You're supposed to strangle the weasel so he
Right.
And
No.
Sort of that.
No, then you can have more and more and more. But I say, you
No,
have it right the first time.
no, I thought there were pressure points or something.
There are pressure
Okay.
points, and it's kind of like that, but
See, it is
squeeze at the
I
base,
read it
and you
somewhere.
press down, and
You don't even have to use a manual technique. You just tighten that PC muscle and you're good. Slap on those
bang.
brakes and you can keep it all down.
well, that's the
ready to
thing.
go.
If you practice the technique with the hand, eventually you will strengthen those muscles, and you can do it without the hand.
I'm doing my PC exercises right now.
As we speak.
Oh, man.
My cables, baby.
Look at him. Can't even tell, huh? Every now and then you just pop up a little bit, but other than that.
You see me there.
Show me over, you're walking in here.
Well, once at a party. Okay.
All right, I do it again.
Well, you know, if you do enough kegels, you can shoot grapes from across the room.
Oh. There's a party trick.
Fruit salad.
Gives a whole new meaning to salad shooter, don't it? Is that a radish? Okay.
You're getting a visual, Amy, but they're awfully quiet.
over. I was thinking ping pong balls. I didn't go to radish, but that's good.
Ping pong ball, that's another good issue.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And that's bigger, too, Amy.
Radish adds a little color.
Oh, yeah.
See, so it's technicolor.
I gotta tell you too, is that when I go like on the radio stations, I go around the country. So I was in Oklahoma, and they're very bright in Oklahoma.
Working on your peace plan.
But I'm on the radio.
Piece of friend.
There you go, it's Oklahoma.
That's right.
But I'm on the radio, and just, you know, I'm a comedian, so as a joke, a woman called in and she said, well, my husband is so big, he likes me to give him deep throat, but he doesn't fit in my mouth. What should I do? As a joke, I said, well, bite it in half.
Whoa.
Bite it in half. So, but I thought that they were going to get the joke, right? So the next question was, my husband won't go down on me. What should I do? So, again, as a joke, I said, douche with beer. And 10 minutes later, these women are all calling in going, oh, thank you for that tip. I was responsible for yeast infections all across Oklahoma. Of course, I was invited to come back by Budweiser and Monistat.
Did you orgasm? Because I belched.
And where's the rest of my thing?
love beer.
Speaking of,
Me too, actually.
What about this wine?
Can I have a beer also?
An MTD would be great, or whatever.
That'll work, what he said.
Do you have any more questions? I like your questions.
Yeah, are there any questions for anybody here so far? Guys, girls, these girls.
I know it all.
You get the girls. Have, what's your name? Michelle, is your boyfriend here? Sure, what's your name? Larry. Larry, you're a big guy, Larry. Have you experienced a male multiple orgasm?
Yeah.
Because you're a big guy and suddenly you got really shy on me.
Yeah, we brought that up. Yeah.
no, actually, you have an orgasm, but you just don't ejaculate.
Yeah, that's right, man.
All right.
I'm not a man, so I can't say. I am not a man, but the technique, I know the technique works. I learned it from a call girl. And, she, and I use it too, like during session, if a guy's like really quick on the trigger, if he's like premature,
Well,
I'll hold him off that way.
Wait a minute.
Well, but I mean, if it's like, 2 seconds and then he's gonna come, I'll hold him off by using that technique.
Beautiful living animal technique. Hello.
Tie it in a knot.
Where does it happen?
And you're a hit it party.
Pull it out again, Jim.
Next time, try the swan instead of a duck.
You guys can talk over here. Do you have any questions? Just like we're sharing some information? Any kind of statement, question, comment? We're all pretty much friends by now. Talking about balloon animals with our dicks. Come on, we're buddies. Thank you. Have you experienced male multiple orgasm?
You would know.
For a second.
You would know.
I don't allow myself that much pleasure.
Maybe. They were talking tequila involved.
I had a woman tell me once that she couldn't have sex with her husband. He wouldn't have sex with her unless she was dressed as a cartoon character. And I said, oh, what are you talking, like Betty Boop? I mean, she's kind of sexy. She said, no, I'm talking Bugs Bunny. And she actually went to like costume stores and rented. And, yeah, that's what I said. It gives a whole new meaning to that word. I said, who are you married to, Elmer Fudd? Yeah. She was serious. She was dead serious. She goes, I want to know, is this healthy?
Say, Elmer Fudd, I want you to perform Puatio.
What?
He was doing that joke earlier about his child asking about oral sex. I had a little kid ask me, what is fellatio? I said, linguine with olives.
Oh.
What are you going to say? I don't know. Bread. It's an Italian dish.
Bread?
Bread, right.
Is it bread?
Focaccia bread. It's an
Focaccia bread. Oh, okay.
It's an artist.
I know.
That's good. So do your things get intimidated knowing what you do?
No, man.
You date?
Yeah, I date young guys. I date really young guys.
Ah.
I figure if I can't find a good man, I'll raise one.
Hello. Young guys.
Young, dumb, and full of gum.
Not for long.
The most bizarre request I've ever had. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not the most bizarre, but it's a very common request.
We all in?
Yeah. It's just basically anal sex and rim jobs and, licking your... When did my asshole get so popular? Yeah, it's...
Cold pause.
Use the hole and
Exit only.
So, okay, Cliff, what was your most bizarre request?
My most bizarre request.
That would be like tonight, and
This question.
No bizarre request at all?
no,
Because you're cool.
well, no, outside of the normal, tell us a joke we can dance to. Nothing more than. I mean,
You don't have to quack like a duck or anything.
no, really, I. Well, yeah, And then you got to remember, there's not a lot that I consider bizarre. So it's it's relative.
It's all relative. Well, that would be bizarre.
Incest is relative.
Unless you were in Louisiana, then it's just normal. That's where I'm from, you're right.
Uncle Daddy.
David, you're both bizarre requests.
Well,
Get all red in the face.
this is not, I don't know, I just feel in the mood to tell the story because it's just the word bizarre. It's nothing bizarre. I was at a cabin in college with a bunch of buddies, and we decided that over the course of the weekend, we would have a herd contest. How many guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where you decide on... Come on.
Leave on this one, did you see that?
No, guys do that. If we do it with ourselves all the time. Like if you dry dock one, you know, and the toilet goes into the sewer pipe and out of the water, you're like, oh yeah. Get the camera. So we decided we were gonna lay one out on a plank on Sunday. Not all in a row, because you got to go when the mood hits, right? So the plank was out there, and everybody had the little cover for theirs, so you couldn't see it until the end of the day.
Turd cover.
They're turds, not pocket toys, you guys.
Make sure you have your turd cover.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, get in the restaurant. Oh, yeah, well.
I never
We were
thought
so
of that.
poor, we couldn't afford toys.
We use kitchen stuff, so that's really weird. But I know.
Did you cook?
So anyway, I'm really competitive. So, just two things. One, Vandecamp's pork and beans. There's a lot of fiber in there. They don't really put it on. Ate a bunch of those, but I wanted to freak everybody out. So, it's only in the context of sexual surrogate for an hour. So, I took some toothpaste and squirted it in my butt. Like a lot of it.
Did you brush your teeth with preparation H? Gums are shrinking, but his butt is minty fresh.
When it came out, it was awesome. It had like this Santa Claus ball on the end, just a white... It was like a P-55 World War II fighter with the whole white... That's probably the weirdest thing that's ever happened to my lower regions. It was self-inflicted.
But that wasn't by request.
Now, don't even pass that to me now.
You've been touching turds.
I have nothing after that. Nothing, no.
This is not top that. No, it's not.
That wasn't sexual.
Stop that.
Where was this?
You said it was... Well, you've never seen him. That was sexy, Chris.
It turned him on.
I'm a
The
self-contained...
sexy part was the toothpaste in his ass.
A tip for you.
Right
Is this being taped?
Actually, it is, yeah.
And now I'm
So now we got the 22.5-hour thing.
And your most bizarre request?
My most bizarre request from a woman would be, hey, okay, hello.
Get it up. I'm sorry, I'm just being mean.
Fourth time.
All right. Hey.
Yeah, that would be my most bizarre request. Bizarre. We were in the St. Bonaventure Hotel in Los Angeles, and I got in the elevator with my girlfriend, and she hit the top floor, and she said, "You have 2 minutes and 45 seconds."
The glass elevator?
For the car.
And she hiked over her skirt.
And you finished in record time?
What did you do?
I lost it in about a half a second.
There you go.
Between floors.
So you had 2 minutes.
Yeah!
So you had 2 minutes to clean up.
out of the elevator with one sock on. What the hell? Like you're making it up.
Can you imagine all the people looking up in the glass elevator?
Oh, yeah. More than usual, probably.
The security couldn't catch us. They'd have to ride the same elevator. They slipped, you know. There you go.
What happened to this girl, by the way? What do you think?
He paid her and she left.
That's when you were making lessons.
But I'm pumped. Just a joke.
You started with Get It Up. It's open season.
Fair game, all right.
All right, let's talk about, did you hear what happened in Soviet Union, or Russia? Yuri Surikov, he's the inspector general in Russia, and he was caught on videotape with 2 prostitutes. Now, when they caught him, they played this on national TV in Russia after midnight with a warning that said, you can't, adults only. But they played this, and they showed a leader of the country involved with 2 prostitutes. Immediately, Boris Yeltsin yells for him to be fired. The parliament said, wait a second, we have to decide where they got this videotape and whether they violated his right to privacy. So basically, Russia is more concerned with a leader's right to privacy than the United States of America. We Russians, we give Linda Tripp immunity and Monica Lewinsky immunity before we give the President of the United States immunity. I think that's wrong.
And we didn't have any video of that.
No, I wish we did.
And I'm sure that was the highest ratings they had after midnight, you know?
Probably. I mean, well, he's a fat bastard. So, I mean,
Well, aren't they
who
all?
wants to watch that?
Fetishes were.
Fetishes were good. That's the most bizarre thing for him. How many people have had 2 girls? Guys? Who had 2 girls? Been with 2 girls.
Sexually. Your wife, she's got 2 daughters.
I'm talking about, how many men have been with 2 women? At the
Same
same
time.
time.
Oh, hey, I was...
You're cool.
I went down to the 60s.
That's why you're Go see the white people with the beatboxes.
How many women have been with 2 men? Anybody?
Talking.
She's the only one admitting to it anyway.
Hello, girl. Just me.
I'll admit to it.
Oh, just the 2 of us.
The 2 of us. That's why we're up here and they're...
Have you?
Yes.
How was it?
And when I was a kid, it was terrible.
Was it bad? Why?
Terrible. Because there's so much to think about.
They wanted to watch sports, didn't they? They're arguing over the game, right? No, you do it.
I didn't take that personally.
You should have went on. They just got busy, see?
You had more fun, don't
Oh, yeah, man.
I was there.
Oh, yeah.
That was my problem right there. Now you know.
Now we see where his hair is going. Boy!
What, did you enjoy it?
You know, I did it when I was very young. I was like 22 or something, and because it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted like both men to be playing with me and having a good time, and instead it was just like one did me and fell asleep, and then the other one wanted to go all night, and I was like, get off me, you clown.
So basically, you're going to have to get a match set.
Yeah.
Everywhere Bozo went.
I had these fantasies. It would all just be wonderful. It would all be coordinated. It was more like a dog eating a sprinkler, really.
There's too many novels.
Let's talk about oral sex.
Okay, well,
darn it.
I heard at your house oral sex is when your wife tries to talk you out of it.
yeah, I heard that joke too.
Is that true?
Oral sex. Now, I like oral sex.
You like to give
Getting
oral
or
sex?
giving?
Betcha. You betcha. I love to give oral sex.
What about you? The rumor is black men do not like to give women oral sex.
Well, it's like a law. We have to say that.
Okay. The secret code.
But no one knows where the nose goes when the doors are closed. And then I also have a double problem. Now, not being a tall guy. You know, I mean, so I date tall women, so I have to go up on them. So that makes a difference. But you know, I mean, it's all part of sex. You know? I mean, you have to do like, you just use whatever you have. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
And all you have is mouth, that's what you use, right?
No, you use everything you have. That hands.
See, they said that to me. Everybody laughed. When I said about the brother, everybody goes, don't say shit about the brother.
Okay. Oh wait, I'll give you the standard answer then. We don't have to. Okay.
Well, you're on that secret website, www.guyswithbigdicks.com. Is that it?
Actually, it's on like World Wide Web. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, guys always want to know, how do women know that about a man? How do they get that far? Well, we have a secret website.
Yeah, and then right. And then they'll run around looking at guys' hands and feet and see that is
That is
so
such bullshit.
focused.
Yeah, that is such bullshit. I went out with a guy one time, had a size 14 shoe, and I was like, yippee, and he had a dick this big.
Right, but he had no stubby fingers. That was the thing.
I don't know what it was, but I was like, dude, fuck me with your feet, okay?
Stop that with our question.
That's why.
Case of athlete's crotch waiting to happen. Sure. Getting or giving? It's been a while. Both?
Yeah, but giving is kind of... Giving's weird for a guy, because guys' dicks all taste different. I don't know if you know.
How do you know that? We know who's a little light in the loafers here. Okay.
Oh, that was great. See, he's so secure in his manhood, he can joke like that.
And the womanhood, yeah.
It's just your inner child that's gay, isn't it? It's not you.
What have you done?
Prepare for more wisdom, children. Every time I slept with a woman who was older than me by like 8 years or something, I'm just picking age at random, but age, like older to be obviously older, they were like a dog and a chew toy on that. I mean, they were just like, get off your pants. Oh. Younger women are also just, oh, okay, just have to. The older women are just tired of that whole prelude. Let's get to the action scene.
Well, apparently it's an acquired taste. Yeah, you know, it takes a while.
No idea what you're talking about.
I told a girl one time to practice on a ketchup bottle, and then when she came back, I said, you know, how do you like it? She said, he didn't like it. I said, why? What'd you do? She said, well, I don't think he liked that part.
I heard that joke.
Ba-dum-bum.
We already talked about red shots and nobody liked it.
Women want to help.
Stop.
Women want to help guys, girls.
But in the city.
They need to get some clues. Because we're down there and we're just in like this. We're in that darkness, you know? I mean, every once in a while you appear up. You don't want to make eye contact. You feel like that little Kilroy was here today, right? But just grab my thumb and treat it as a joystick, like down, okay, over, or up, down, up. Hit the trigger button, you know, something. I have no clue. I'm down there. It's like the savannah.
Anyone's your opinion on what's that? Your female point of view. off the butterfly flick that Dave was doing? No. You saw a lot of women cross their legs out there when you did that, Dave. Hey, balding men are hot.
First the beatbox and now this.
You should see when he puts the two together.
I'm like a woodpecker. My tongue goes all the way back around my head to add cushion when it knocks against the pelvic line. There's a... Right. Oh, also, young women don't know how to hold the penis. I mean, you need to teach them this. When young women grab it, they hold this microphone. I'll just use this as they grab it like it's like a bike handle. Oh, I've got the penis. Here it is. I got it. You know, it's like there. I'm grabbing it. Here it is. All right. And it's like a puppy. It's like a little more puppy. It's like, don't get away. You know, they just don't know what to do now. Okay, I always wondered what this would be like, but here I am. And shit.
Do they make that face too? Like that's a face. That's quite a face. It's yeah.
My girlfriends were generally not very pretty, so they were.
Now, don't worry about your wine. He's got great balance. He's been dating 15-year-olds.
The old women, it was like serving an entree.
They knew how to touch it. It was like, hello. It was like a Godiva chocolate. They didn't want to waste it all in one chunk. They wanted to savor the flavor. It was like a cat looking at a spider, wasn't it?
I'm going to get this mic away from me.
How old are these women?
I think the real question you were trying to ask there was, where do you meet these women?
She was a little, cold against me.
She had a little palsy shake going on.
Well, that could be.
You know, I understand that medical marijuana can help that little spasm.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to stop that? Keep the pot away from her. Keep her shaking.
So, that's right.
Amy?
Oh.
The oldest one was 62. Farm out.
Sophia Loren is hot at 62.
Absolutely.
Really, 62?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
While we're on this, men,
All righty then.
what's the oldest woman men have slept with out here, men? What's the oldest woman you've slept with? You've been with?
I was 26 and 43.
Oh, that's good. 26 and 43 is cool. Did you learn from her?
Taught her a few things.
Did you laugh and have a good time?
It was fun.
It was fine? 43 and just fine when you're 26?
They were just saying, yes, because 18 is the best. After that, it's just all sort of, well, it's whatever. I wouldn't exactly say that's true. She was, what you were saying earlier about an older woman being happy with what you were doing, but one of the younger women is, you were
Relaxed, willing to accept the pleasure or unpleasure that you were giving to her. She was just happy to be with a fucking 26-year-old. She was thinking, I gotta call my girlfriend. 26, 26, you should have seen the biceps of this little fucking meat man. He was just all over me, my God. I thought it was gonna die. Yeah.
Sound like I got her groove back to me.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're the man. 42, 43. Man over here.
What?
25-year-old, and how old were you? 10? That's how old? 25 and.
You're 25 now.
Oh,
Okay, that's not really older. That's,
What's older?
How about you? You've got this. Look at the body language over here. You're like,
When you're 22.
wear a red shirt. I'm really noticeable, and they talk about sex. Fuck, I'm just gonna fold my arms. Nobody will talk to me. You really like, but you got your crotch open. That's at least a good sign. You're revealing something. A young crotch man, at least. Hi. So what's your name, man? Aaron. Aaron. He pumped that out from the diaphragm, didn't he? Aaron. Aaron, how old are you? 23. What's the oldest woman you've been with?
23 and a half.
23. That's old. You ready for that? You ready for the multiple male orgasm? She can give it to you. She's asking for a date there, Aaron. Are you? Ah! See, that's Aaron. Aaron as in stalker Aaron. Aaron. I'm Aaron.
Oh, that's no big deal.
So, Amy, what's your opinion on oral sex? We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you to talk about it. You've been so quiet.
Yeah.
Wow, and how old is he? 14?
Hello.
You're young. How old are you?
Little baby infant, yes I am.
They got.
You're young. How old are you? I mean, you're like what? You're younger than I am.
You're younger than I am.
You're like 30 at the most. He's flashing up there. He's flashing up there. Fastball. Fastball.
Fast, yeah.
Steal third. Steal fifth base. Steal fifth base.
Hit and run.
No.
What is that, the gay league? What the hell is that? Steal second. I'll steal something. Look at the crotch on that bat. They keep scratching and scratching and scratching.
I don't think that's all cup.
Ooh, I want a 42 ounce.
Actually, you know what? I had another weird story. I was a kid.
Surprising.
Come on with it.
Let go of all the topics. You gotta be willing to let go and enjoy. When the rain came in, the whole...
Everything went to shit, that's right.
Yes, you went to shit.
All right, what's your...
I was hit on, this is true, because I worked on the cruise ships. That's where I met the 62-year-old woman.
How old are you?
24.
Wow.
Yeah!
I had to try it. You know,
You're still cruising.
There wasn't no Springer show in them days.
right.
She's still laying there.
I got the gold teeth and took off.
Take these on the princess cruise.
The geriatric cruise.
Take your teeth out before you do that. Okay.
There's a tribe in Africa that the women take their two front teeth out so they can give their men good oral sex.
It's not the front ones, it's the back ones.
Yeah, that's it. They do the two front.
The molars do the mashing.
You can put the lips over for cover.
And the dentures can come out, either one.
I was on the Princess Cruise. I got hit on by the Prince of the United Arab Emirates. Yeah. The Prince. But this is weird. This is, some of you might be able to relate to, not the specifics of the story, but the sort of gist of the story.
I can't.
The He came on board with his entourage of like 27 guys, and he was 62, I think. So it was right in my age bracket.
He just made it under the bar.
And he, rumor had it that he had been giving gold Rolex watches to everybody who had been servicing, giving him good service, like, you know, in the dining room. I was working. I know.
That's one of those fake things from Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you watch me tag Heller. Yeah, I got you sticks and you know
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna condense the story. So I heard about these gold watches. So I was the tour guy on the ship. So everybody came up to me to set them up with something to do. But he wanted special service, so I had to go up to his room and make all the arrangements, which was fine. I never met him. And when you go into his cabin, it was a big suite. and all these guys were sitting on the floor, and they had a big sofa throne thing set up, and he was up on the throne. This is like a, you know, a Middle Eastern prince. I mean, they take this stuff seriously.
And it turned out he wasn't really a prince, he was a queen.
That's right. He was the guy formerly known as the Prince of the United Arab Emirates.
The Prince of Darkness, I think.
So all week I went up and arranged the tour stuff for him, thinking, okay, if I make him happy, I'll get one of these gold watches.
What have we done for gold watch?
Exactly, and that was the weird. This is what was weird about it. Is on the
Okay,
last.
who's blowing a prince for a gold watch? Gold watch.
Who would blow a French for?
You know what?
This is the most bizarre story. Go ahead.
But see, that's not. Yeah, that's not. What's weird is up until this point, it's all business. I'm really thinking if I set this guy up, I walk out of here with a really expensive watch, and I'm happy. So yeah, Pimp Daddy Dave is really, you know, going big cash. So on the last night, one of his guys comes down and says, the prince wants to talk to you, and it's 10 o'clock at night now. What the hell? You know, tomorrow's like the last day. I thought maybe he wants to give me that gold watch.
Which is a metaphor.
So I go up to his cabin. I'm escorted up there, and the guy opens the door, and it's kind of dark in there. There's a lamp on, and I walk in, the door closes behind me, and there's a prince sitting on the bed in his jammies. Which they wear jammies in the day too. So, or they look like jammies. So, my first thought was, okay, I don't want to blow this gold watch. I mean, so to speak, for my chances to get this watch, but I also don't want to, you know, blow the prince either.
He was wearing gold watch around the face.
Right.
The technique and all.
That's right. So I kind of, wow, we have a lot of lewd callbacks to my part of the show. Anyway, I'd like to apologize right now. So anyway, you're all wondering, well, you know what happened. Well, I went in and I stood there for about 3 minutes, going thinking, no, thinking, if there's a gold watch somewhere in this scenario, I want to, you know, I don't want to leave. But then I also knew where my boundaries were, and after about 3 minutes I left. But what was weird is, that bugged me for so long, I couldn't tell anybody that I was actually willing to compromise. Even the, you know, I wanted to walk in there like James Bond and say, you know, oh, screw this, and leave, you know, and go to that down to my little harem in the bar. But no, I stood there kind of thinking, well,
Maybe if I just sit at the end of the bed.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll give me the gold watch as sort of a prelude, and then I'll just scram or something. But I totally compromised everything I was in hopes for this gold watch. So the next week I quit the cruise line and came back home. I wish I had I wish. What? It really bothered me.
Every time you looked at your watch,
I know.
I should have called him.
What time
10 o'clock, man.
Shit, that could have been a roll.
Your prince will come.
And that was off the cuff.
That's not in the book. A cool thing though to be hit on by Prince. He was really unattractive though. There's crooked teeth and whiskers growing out of like way up in the top of his cheek.
And he had a dick. That would make it really unattractive.
You're thinking about his teeth.
We've had an awfully quiet audience when we start talking about our story. Have a story they'd like to share?
Oh, come on, we gotta have one from
Guys or girls, you can participate. Nobody's gonna think everything of you. We're gonna wail on you.
Oh, yeah, but who are we gonna tell?
Nobody gets those our story. You see, if we were stuck in politics, we would have done. But when it raised to sex, sex is good. Sex is good. We established that.
Sex is good and politics.
Sex is good in politics.
I could have helped Monica and Bill.
I'm sure
You
it
know,
would.
if he'd have come to me instead of Monica
It wouldn't
Lewinsky.
have been on her dress.
That's right.
That's right. And it would have been kept confidential. It would have, you know, nice and quiet. I mean, Monica opened her mouth, blew it for everybody. I wouldn't have done that.
The bomb's bursting in hair.
Right. So basically the trick is not to open your mouth about it.
Well, unless you're gonna have some fun with it.
Unless you want it on your dress.
Or in your mouth. No, but I mean, I could have helped him and Hillary, you know, try to get it together, but I think that's over, yeah. I think
Nah.
definitely headed for divorce. Yeah, divorce. Once with Chelsea.
How many people think it ever
She got drunk. I
You
think she
think
got drunk once
Chelsea's
with
adopted?
Chelsea.
What do
No,
you
I think
think?
she had one drunken night
What
when
do
she
you
was
think,
drunk.
Amy? You think Chelsea?
And I think she's gay.
It's a turkey baker.
That's right, clearly.
That's obviously.
So-
I think.
Now,
Now, because Clinton's a sex addict. He's a dog, so
you
he
think
probably did
Chelsea-
Hillary at least once.
Chelsea Bono will get together or something. Chelsea and Chastity.
Do you think she's gonna get the job that she's gonna be elected senator in New York and Bill's gonna fuck the green lady in the bay? I don't think much changed. You think it was an agreement?
Yes.
Get as much as you want on the side, just don't tell me about it.
Yep.
Well, you know, we don't question his ethics, we question his taste. You know, where are you getting these women? I mean, at least John Kennedy fucked Marilyn Monroe, you know? I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, and she got the new haircut, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
consultant actually said that they were going for a cross between Snow White and Elizabeth Taylor. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Well, they've all had just as many men in their lives.
Absolutely.
What's with Snow White and that dwarf fetish? I want to know something about that. 7 of them? No wonder they greeted her every day with hi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I know about that black and that dwarf thing, apparently. So you know anything about like short things, really? And talk about no, really, it's amazing, you know. I did hear about that dwarf thing.
So anyway, how many people felt sorry for her? I mean, right after that whole...
For Snow White?
Yeah, Snow White. Sorry, for Snow White, but I did for Monica Lewinsky.
Oh yeah.
She's just a poor innocent 21-year-old. How many 21-year-olds are innocent running around going, ah,
Practically all of them. Yeah. Just not with the president. That's the big thing right there. You know, I think everything. No.
Comment. Yay, somebody participating from the audience. Oh, and you've been doing it several times, so.
Yeah.
You seem to spend a lot of time focusing on Monica Lewinsky and vilifying her for her role in this whole thing. And a lot of times in his writing, Bill Clinton off for well, he's just a sex offender. The man's the leader of the country, and he's shot to certainly wasn't going to do much of Lewinsky. So why the focus so much on her being the villain and this guy?
No, I don't think she's a villain at all. I think she's an opportunist. I mean, you flash a thong. I think that's one of the great arguments for a woman as a president. You get a thong flashing intern, she's just going to get her ass kicked. Especially by like somebody like Elizabeth Dole. You know, she'd get a foot in her ass. And
I think it was Janet Reno.
oh, dude, if it was Janet, and that's a big foot too.
She'd be going, let me see that thong again.
But no, I don't think Monica Lewinsky. I mean, she's an opportunist. She went for it, and she was going for it. I mean, at Lewis and Clark University, she did say that she's going to go to Washington D.C. and get her presidential knee pads. She was going for it. She was looking. This is true. This is not made up. She actually said that to
That's
several
right.
friends.
And then how do you think she got on the dean's list? Come on, yeah.
Magna, she graduated magna cum laude.
Hello.
So we put 2 and 2 together, juxtapose contrasting elements, we have a joke.
Bada bang.
Yes, you did. That was,
Yeah.
but it was right there. I mean, you had it was
Right.
college, sex,
Oh, man.
swing. So, but I just think, you know, I also don't put away, if he's a sex addict and you have a 22-year-old or a 21-year-old flashing her thumb at you, you're going to go for it, right? And everybody says he should be doing his job. Keep in mind, at one point, he was eating a slice of pizza on the phone with a senator and getting a blowjob. Everybody says disgusting. I say time management. That is an efficient use of taxpayer dollars. I mean, but think about it. I mean, eating pizza on the phone, getting a blowjob. I can barely keep an erection while I'm driving and getting a blowjob. My God, he is the most powerful man in the world.
Could you see that Domino's commercial?
Yeah. We'll get there in 30 minutes or less. You better hurry. This girl's good. I'll show you the rocket's red glare.
Eating a pizza, talking to a senator, getting a blowjob, and looking at his watch.
That's it. It's hang on. Is the pizza here yet? Wait for the...
It's a Rolex.
The Rolex! He blew the prince. But no, that's a good question because I don't play her off as a villain at all. I think she was an opportunist. She knew what she was doing. She was going for, she was caught up in the game, and then she knew exactly what she was doing. Going for the president, going for the guy that everybody else wanted, like her drama teacher. So I don't think she did wrong at all. I mean, shit, yeah, I would love a girl to flash her tongue and want to blow me too, but I'm not the president, so.
I can't think of any 50-year-old guys that would turn down a blowjob from a 21-year-old girl.
You're right. I mean, at one point, you have people who don't like President Clinton who are going, God damn it, remove that asshole, he's a pervert. Yet the man in them, and they're split personality. The man in them is going, wait a second, 52-year-old man got a blowjob from a woman half his age. He's not only our president, he's our God.
Hey, and the big problem, actually, the big problem is Clinton is a player. Star's a player hater. That other than that,
Star's a big player hater.
Because see, Star couldn't get over it. You see what I'm saying?
Star would have gotten pissed off if he got a blowjob from Hillary.
Hey, you see, none of the interns wanted him.
That's right.
See, so it became this big.
There's a book out called Glass Houses.
Absolutely.
Go get Glass Houses. It's a very cheap book, like $5.95. You get it at like a Powell book or yeah, it is. And but it talks about all the sexual escapades that go on in Congress, and they refer to it as Animal House. So Bob Dole referred to Congress and the Capitol as Animal House. So they're all getting pussy. Remember, Newt Gingrich, when he came into office, said that he changed the whole plan. He decided to make it okay now for congressmen to sleep overnight in their offices. Where then he changed the play, because that used to not be allowed. They stopped that practice a long time. Then they changed it so that they could all be getting some.
Well, we're finding out now why Bob Dole wasn't involved in any of that.
That's right. He's on Viagra.
The Viagra thing,
Now, here's something that deals with medical marijuana, because they call medical marijuana, they said they don't want to legalize it as medicine because it's not what they call good medicine.
Right.
What is good medicine? Is Viagra good medicine? It works only on 70% of the men, and you could probably change those guys.
There you go.
And it has killed nearly 200 men. 200 men have died, nearly 200 men have died using Viagra. They knew they were dead too because their bodies were as stiff as their Johnsons. So,
it gives you blue
how do you eulogize a man who dies of Viagra? Well, he lived long and he died hard. But the point is, they call that good medicine, and they call marijuana non-good medicine. I have a theory as to why medical marijuana. What?
The marijuana.
Yeah, it might not be good medicine.
It might not be good medicine at all. See, so
you get it in the heights, it's good shit.
no, but you can get it on the hill. It's not.
It's kind of mixed with burning leaves.
Oregano, something like that. But
He's your man, by the way.
He'll hook you up.
oh, bullshit.
How many people smoke marijuana? How many people have smoked marijuana in the past? How many people have glaucoma? Okay, so.
Oh, I'm planning on getting it.
Yes, it's a wellness program.
It runs in my family, so yeah, that's it, yeah. And so like several people have had it, so I said, well, I'm not gonna get that. So,
That's right, yeah, and so you just wanted to rob a couple big fatties and you're going on, I'm never gonna get glaucoma now.
I ain't getting it.
Dave's quiet as could be on this. No input on medical marijuana.
No, it was Shirley who did all those things.
So you mean you did that stuff and weren't on drugs? Wow.
That's fucked up.
You're amazing. Wow.
Because they say, marijuana medically can, what it does is it helps relieve nausea. And also helps relieve the non-appetite, and not to mention how much funnier a South Park episode becomes. But
well, it was considered legal medicine prior to 1950.
Yes, it was.
And they used it for migraines and actually asthma.
Yes, they did.
Believe it or not.
Asthma.
People were smoking it.
You were just too stoned to know you couldn't breathe. That was it.
Yeah, so you didn't have those little things that technology wasn't there yet. So they just, like, you fire up a bowl or something, I'm thinking, excuse me, right there.
Well, I think that's it for us. I think we're done. Here, we did, they were flashing us the light here. It was Christmas lights, and I went, wait, that's the light? Cool.
And then Jesus right up there.
And Jesus lights up over there?
Jesus lights right there. See, look on the pole.
I didn't see that.
See
That is so cool.
right there on the
Oh,
pole.
shit, I missed that totally, and now I know. So, now, let me ask you guys a question. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy this kind of open forum type of a thing? Did you have a good time? Please, another hand for our panel here. Rain Winters, Amy, Dave, and Flip. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for enjoying our little show. We'll try it again another time. We'll see you later. Good night.
Thank you, Jerry Corley.
Now, listen tomorrow night. Listen tomorrow. Listen to Rain tomorrow night. Dude, that guy left. He's already tuning the radio, isn't he? He's like, I'm going to get this shit early.
We got comedy here 7 nights a week. Thank you, Jerry Corley. He'll be back again. And, of course, Ray will be here tomorrow night. Am I correct?
I want to say, if they call in tomorrow on the radio, you can win one of my videos. So, yeah, so call in. And they're looking for a couple. We're looking for a couple that they want me to do a surrogate session with. And that's what I'm supposed to do tomorrow, and then they go back on the radio Friday and talk about it. So if any of you couples are willing out there, give a call.
Remember, the guy at the door is willing to do a session with a couple as well. Comedy 7 nights a week. Be sure to tip Jenny, your lovely and shining waitress. This section will be closing. You're welcome to finish your beverages upstairs. Sleep safely, drive as fast as you can. Good night, everybody.